with how things are.
Well, yes. I suppose, yes. But
That's what the Buddha teaches. He teaches to become satisfied. This is very, very tough for Westerners to understand, mostly because we have been indoctrinated into religions, and Buddhism has been introduced as a religion, and religions are always looking for something special. A special Jesus, a special Muhammad, a special kind of heaven, or whatever like that. And the reality is that all of those are, um, oh gosh, they don't work. But I've said before that, in fact, you've heard me talk about it in the sense of the direct path.
yes.
Ekamaka, okay? The one path of the direct path. Now, at one time, I heard a Westerner translate Bhikkhu Buddhadasa using the word shortcut. And I kind of took that's not the best way to talk about it until I understood that, in fact, he was translating exactly what Bhikkhu Buddhadasa said, a shortcut. Now, look at it in the position or the kind of a triangle. And you have A and B and C as points on the triangle. And they were at A, and almost always the idea is that you've got to get to B, and then from B you get to C. And the Buddha says, no, that's not the right way to do it. We go directly from A to C, down the hypotenuse. Take the shortcut.
Yeah.
That the path to satisfaction is not through something. It's not through jhana. It's not through a Mercedes. It's not through getting married. It's not through spiritual practices or anything like that. But we go directly from the unwholesome thoughts to wholesome thoughts, to become happy, to become satisfied.
Can I just put...
Go ahead.
Well, you see, what seems to be happening is not wholesome thoughts, as in discursive thoughts. We're talking about wholesome or feelings which may or may not be wholesome. Let's put it that way. I mean, I can get past this energy stuff, and I can get to feeling the sort of sukha, I think. And the difficulty rather is passing through from the one to the other, which you presumably say I shouldn't be doing. But being
in jhanas in and of themselves is not the path or the solution, because when people come back out of jhana, they go back to whatever state that they were already in, which is what you're doing. And so you can have all of those jhana experiences, and when you come back out of it, you call me being dissatisfied even with the jhanas.
That's the point. That's the point. Now, this leads me to the question then of what I mean. I thought that what you were teaching was more to go into a state of satisfaction, but that without the feeling of satisfaction, with simply discursive thoughts of satisfaction. Yes, I am satisfaction. The difficulty is saying, but I'm kidding myself.
Right. That's the attitude, is that you're kidding yourself.
Yeah.
That's what needs to be trained or changed, is your attitude into everything is already okay. And I'm not kidding myself when I say that, because I can see it directly that you're already okay, Gerry. You're
Well,
okay.
yeah.
Well,
Well,
yeah, I hear the disappointment in that.
hmm? Yes, well, you're okay. I am okay. I am okay for a period. I am okay for as long as this lasts.
Well, when you become not okay, can you see that and change it back to that you're okay?
Um, if I sit down and and breathe and sort of generate energy flows and that kind of thing, I can get there through that.
Well, let's start going directly into changing your attitude, because you don't need anything. Can you develop the attitude of everything is already great, everything is just fine, not a worry in the world, no problem? That's
So
what really
that's
the Buddha is teaching, is going directly to satisfaction. I mean, really deep, abiding satisfaction. And that when you call me in the sense of being dissatisfied. You're still dissatisfied right now.
yeah.
And I'm inviting you to change that attitude into being satisfied. Things are good enough. Things are all right.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Well, okay. I I will I'll
Every-
take on board what eh?
Everything is already okay. That's the thing, that I can say it and you can have a hearty laugh and enjoy it, and then immediately the mind goes back to the script. Immediately it goes back into disappointment, and you have to see that and say, "Wait a minute, everything really is okay. I saw it okay a minute ago. I can make it okay again. Everything is all right. I'm on top of this. I can handle it." I'm not sure exactly what words we need to use, but I know for sure that we have to practice over and over and over again, coming back to that state of deep, abiding satisfaction. We can use other words like well being, satisfied, being satisfied with your existence. You're okay. You don't need anything. You've already got everything you need. Now, that's the reality of the situation. Certainly, you can agree with that. We need to rearrange your attitude for that, so that you can accept that everything really is okay. It's marvelous, in fact. You've got a beautiful life. You've got everything except the fact that you're not enjoying that beautiful life.
Well, yes, this is this is this is the same position of an awful lot of people. Um, yes. Uh,
Well, they have been trained from childhood to be dissatisfied,
yep.
and they never really hear that they could, in fact, be satisfied. So you have to tell yourself over and over again, you've got it made. All you have to do is accept that it's already okay. You've got it made. No problems, no worries. Isn't that marvelous? That's the wow sensation. That's the pity. The real pity is, wow, we've got it made.
Uh-huh.
Everything is
Yeah.
already okay. Your life is marvelous, Gerry.
Well, it is in many ways. It is absolutely marvelous. I mean, it's yeah. Well,
Yeah, well, let's go for that one way that it's not marvelous, and that is your attitude.
uh-huh.
Start developing the attitude that you are already, everything is beautiful. Wow, isn't that marvelous?
The difficulty with this is that one has been told this is not the child. You're not told from childhood that you you have to be miserable. What they keep telling you is, join in, chaps, jump up and down, be happy, and you think, bugger you, who are you to tell me to be happy? That's what happens. That's what happens in your childhood, I think. Join
Well,
in, children, clap your hands. No, I don't want to.
okay. All right. Can you recognize then that you do have a definite resistance to being happy?
Yep.
All right. Can you see that often so that you can change that resistance into, that's right, I really am okay.
Yeah.
But in fact, I bet that they didn't start off telling you you should be jumping up and down with joy. They started off with telling you, you've got to learn this. You've got to do what you're told to do. You've got to learn your ABCs. You got to learn your one, two, threes. You got to do what you're told to do and be
You're
happy.
absolutely You're absolutely right. And then on top of that, they pile in, you've got to be happy as well. And you think, well, who are you to tell me that? It's the one thing I've got is my own internal weather. Um,
Okay, can you change that though? Because they've been telling you that your whole life and you've been resisting that. You're going to prove to them that you are miserable.
yeah, I'm going to prove to them that I should. Yes, that's about the size of it. I
Mm-hmm.
can, I can be, I can do my own thing without doing what other people want me to do.
All right. Okay.
Internally.
Guess what? Let me explain it to you this way. When I talk to you, I'm already happy. I'm already satisfied. I don't care whether you're satisfied or not, but you can, in
Yep.
fact, tap on my joy and join me in being satisfied rather than painting a picture of me being an authority figure telling you, I want you and you've got to be happy. But rather, see it in the sense of, hey, I'm just talking to a happy guy and he can be happy. I can be happy too. I don't have to see him as an authority figure. I'm not
I,
telling you to be happy and you're proving to me that you're miserable. You can
it's
see
not,
that you've got that mechanism. You've got that mechanism in there that you're going to resist. And I'm not wanting to give you anything to resist. I'm not, you don't have to push back on me.
I know you're not the authority figure. It's the ones in my head from 70 years ago, you know?
Yes, exactly. That's the authority figure that you need to give up, is the one inside your head, the one
Yep.
that you're rebelling against.
Yep. Well, yes. Okay. Okay.
Or
Um,
another thing you can say, I'm going to be happy in spite of you. Not because you tell me to, but because I enjoy it.
hmm that's a sort of valid reaction. Yeah, I suppose. Yep. Good.
Because you really do have a choice and you've got the habit of choosing to rebel.
Oh yes, yes. Rebellion and all the rest of it, and anger and so on. It goes on and on.
Don't we now rebel against rebellion?
Something like that. Yes. Well, there you are. Okay. Well, I've been. There's far too much of this going out into public consumption, so I think I'm going to I think I'm going to stop there. Yeah. Okay.
So don't rebel, just be happy.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for that. Thank you for that.
Yeah, everything is already okay, and you can see that, you know it, and you don't have to rebel against it. You can just accept that everything's okay. Wow, what a marvelous point. Everything really is okay.
Yes. Yes.
Don't have to attain anything.
Hmm?
There's nothing to attain. You don't have to get anything. You don't have to prove anything. There's nothing to rebel against. All
Right.
those people that you're rebelling against for all those years, they're gone. Those people are not here anymore.
Well, yes, this is true. This is true. They're probably somewhere in the sky looking down upon me and wagging their fingers.
Well, guess what? Maybe they're not.
Hmm.
Maybe them up in the sky with their fingers wagging is an idea that you had because that's what you remember when they were on Earth. They were wagging their fingers at you.
That's the one. Yep.
And what you can do is you can just forget those people. When those people with the wagging fingers come up, you can say, ha ha, I can see that. You can gain your own strength. They're not more powerful than you. They were when you were a child, but you're a big man now. You're powerful. You're strong enough. You're tough enough. You're a big dude now. That's the
Actu-
attitude. That's the attitude of a winner. Those people can't hurt me. They can wag their finger, but they can't hurt me. You don't have to
a-
rebel against them anymore.
Actually, I'm not a big man. I'm a very old man who's becoming decrepit and losing his strength.
Yeah, but you can do that happily.
Well, is it possible to see that happening?
Sure. I present you with this example. Here I am, close to 80,
Mm-hmm.
and you've always seen me cheerful. You've always seen me as uh, on top of the game.
Yes, this is true.
All
And
right.
I'm
So
always wondering, how has this guy managed to kid himself so effectively?
I didn't catch that. What'd you say?
How has this guy managed to kid himself so effectively?
It's called training,
Hmm.
practicing over and over again, not giving in to that rebellion, not giving in to the unwholesome, remembering that everything is already okay.
Yes.
But you have to remember everything is already okay. You know what a paranoid is, right?
Hmm.
Paranoia.
I
That's
do.
the kind of an attitude that the whole world is out to get you. There's
Absolutely.
here. There's
Just
another
be.
one called metanoia.
Hmm.
And if we practice metanoia, it has an advantage. And what is metanoia is that the whole world, especially planet Earth, is out to do you good. The only person that's not doing you good is yourself because you're rebelling against doing good. All right. But then there's a step beyond metanoia when the world is not out to do you harm and the world is not out to do you good. The world doesn't give a flying rip about you. It's up to you to feel good all by yourself and forget the world. Forget those that have the wagging finger because the world is not out there wagging its finger and the world is not out there jumping up and down with joy.
Mm. You're absolutely right, of course. Yes, you're absolutely right. It's just a matter of feeling that way. Yeah.
Well, you can become the winner. Why? Because you don't care about whether they're wagging their fingers or whether they're doing good for you or bad for you. It doesn't matter. What's important is that you have choice about how you feel.
Right. Yes. So this
You
is really what you're saying. So really what you're saying is all this idea of going through jhanas and stuff is unnecessary.
Well, no. Another way of saying it is going through the first jhana was what
Mm-hmm.
the Buddha taught, not going through all the jhanas, but that first jhana is having that freedom from the world, the freedom from the hindrances, so that you can then feel safe and secure and comfortable and satisfied, and everything is just fine, hunky dory. That's for
Yes. Yes, but you see, I know about the hindrances, but the hindrance, obviously, as you hear in every time I've ever spoken to you, the biggest hindrance in my mind is doubt. And that is, well, again, that's my doubt. That's not going to go away. I mean,
well, when you doubt, you can say, "Aha, that's the doubt," and I can be happy even if the doubt is still there. So what?
so it's not really a matter of dispelling hindrances then, but rather of accepting that they exist and sort of disregarding them.
Right. Accept that they exist and disregard them and say, "I'm okay anyway." And guess what? That's changing out of the hindrance into being okay. And then we fall back into the hindrances of doubt, hindrances of rebellion, um, worry,
Yeah,
frustration. Then you can say,
it's
aha, I see you. And then you can come back out of it and say, but I'm okay already.
yeah. So it is, yes, because the way these things are presented really is sort of is that one should get rid of the hindrances, but the hindrances are not to be got rid of. The hindrances don't go away. Hmm?
Well, they did go away and then they came back. And
Yeah,
when they
yeah,
come back, we can see them come back and then push them away again. And then they come back again and we can see them again and push them away again.
yeah.
Now that's different than most people. They just come back and stay. When we see those hindrances coming back, we say, aha, I see you, and push them away again. And when we keep doing that, we begin to develop real skill at doing it.
Hmm. Yes, I suppose one's looking for some sort of more I suppose some more permanent sort of uh, effect.
Nothing is permanent. Everything is temporary. Hindrances are
Well,
temporary, and being free from hindrances is temporary.
well, yes. I mean, one understands this intellectually, obviously, but
Well,
yeah.
you see the hindrance and then throw it out, push it away, say, aha, I see you.
Yeah, Okay, just plugging in some power here into the machine. Okay, good. Okay, well, I mean, otherwise I am spending, well, I'm practicing, let's put it this way, I'm practicing quite a lot in short bursts. So,
Happy. Practice being okay. I'm already okay.
yeah,
Practice when those hindrances come to say, I see you, Mr. Hindrance, and goodbye. I'm going to be happy right now. When the hindrance of doubt comes, you can say, I see you, and I'm going to be okay. When the hindrance of rebellion comes up, you can say, I see you, and I'm going to be okay. When the finger wagging comes up, you can say, I see you too, and I'm going to be okay. And you begin to gain the attitude that you are okay. And you're just fine. You're okay. No problem. You're the boss here.
I think the way what I do, I think is that I feel okay, but behind that is the thought, I know I'm not going to be okay in the future.
Yeah, but you
Mm,
can come back out of it when you are not okay. You can
I
come
know,
back out of it and be okay. And you can gain the skill of making that change. Right, noble effort to see the not okayness and come back out of it and be okay for a little while. And the more often you do that, the more time you'll spend okay, and the hindrances get weaker and weaker as you develop the skill. The saying, why should I get rid of the hindrances? They'll just come back. That right there is a hindrance.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Oh, for me. That's the loser's attitude. The hindrances will just come back instead of having the attitude, yeah, when they come back, I'm going to hit them hard. Ha ha.
Yes, yes, yes. Okay.
I can do this. You can do this. You can, in fact, feel good. Anytime you remember to feel good, you can feel good. And when you feel good, you can count that as the first jhana. You feel comfortable. You feel satisfied. You feel uh, free from fear. You feel secure. You can handle anything. No matter what happens, you can feel comfortable. And
Yes,
develop that
yes.
attitude. That's the attitude to develop. Is you can handle those hindrances. Yeah, they come back. So what? I'll deal with them when they do.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Right. Okay. Yes, yes. It's
So can you? Let me ask you this now. Let's be really serious or dedicated or enthusiastic or whatever. When those hindrances come back, can you deal with them? Can you?
well, I can, yes, I can, but it doesn't.
Yeah, you can do this.
Hmm? Hmm. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you for that. I'd,
Yeah, you can do it. Huh? Thank you for what? That you can do it. When the hindrances come back, you can do it.
well,
Can I hear a little enthusiasm, please?
certainly not.
You're going to rebel against that.
Nobody's going to tell me to be enthusiastic. Oh, God.
How about eager? Eager to be happy.
Ah. It's all so silly, really. Nobody's going to tell me to be eager. Nobody's going to tell me to be enthusiastic.
Well, you can just figure that out for yourself. I'm just mentioning it to you for you to
Yep,
find out.
I know. I'm really sort of laughing at myself here. It is really, one is so, it's so daft, really. One is just silly, I suppose. Looking at oneself, if you look at somebody else talking the way I'm talking, you say that this guy's daft. Anyway, and
But
he ought to get a grip, should get a grip on himself.
mm-hmm.
Anyway.
Basically, when we say get a grip on yourself, that means you get a grip on those hindrances. Those hindrances come, we can say, I see you.
Mm, yeah. Yeah.
Come back into a happy state, satisfied state of enthusiasm. Yeah, I can handle this. So can you say that? Yeah, I can handle this. And can you see it enthusiastically? You can do this. Convince me.
Well, I can, but I'm kidding myself.
Well, when you kid yourself, you at least enjoy that.
Well, you have a point there. Yes.
You don't have to rebel against it. When you say you're kidding yourself, that means you don't believe that you can be happy. You believe that the hindrances are going to come back and take over again.
Yep.
Well,
Of
when they
course.
do come back to take over again, you can kick them out again. Aha, I see you.
Yes, you can do that.
Yeah.
But but you know, it's rolling the big rock up the mountain. It's kidding yourself. Yeah.
Well, in a way, no, you're not kidding yourself. In a way, deep inside, you know that you've already got a good life, that everything is already okay. That's not kidding yourself. You already know that when the hindrances come back, you can deal with them. You know that that's a fact. But when you say you're kidding yourself, don't you see that that's a hindrance?
Of course it's a hindrance.
Right. And you can say, aha, I can do it. I'm not kidding myself.
Yes, well. Yeah, I need to go away and think about this, I think.
All
Yeah.
right. When you start thinking, I'm kidding myself, remember that that's the finger that's pointing at you.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Mm-hmm.
kidding yourself is that finger wagging from those folks that used to be on earth and now they're in the sky. Actually, they're not. They're between your ears and they're pointing their
Well,
finger at you and saying, you're kidding yourself. And when you hear that voice, you can say, aha, I see you.
yes, of course, they are between my ears. Yeah, well, there we are. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
So whenever you hear yourself saying, I'm kidding myself, you can say, aha, I see that. And the reality is that I'm okay.
Yeah. Right. Okay.
You can do this
Yep.
on your own. You can see those thoughts of, I'm kidding myself and change it.
Yes. Yes. Okay. Okay.
All right. Well, you go practice then. You practice grabbing that I'm kidding myself.
Yep.
All right.
Okay. I'm a way to kid myself that I'm kidding myself.
All right.
Okay. Well, thanks for that, Dhammarato. You're a sort of yes, shining light, I suppose, beacon or something. Yep. Okay. Bye bye then.
All right.
Thank you.
We'll see you.